Hey there guys, I was just going to document my adventures working on my 1971 Volkswagen Super Beetle. My name is Daniel Patterson. I'm fixing this up to eventually use as my daily driver. Right now I have a 1950 Chevy 1.5-ton pickup that I'm using. So this will be a little bit more economic, but right now the challenge for today was I'm installing a new firewall in the front of the Beetle. So as you can see, I had to cut it in order to get it to fit in. It doesn't, it's too wide up at the top, up in here. So you can't just push it up because it's too narrow, and then it gets thicker up here. And the same thing, it's thicker back here, but too narrow in here. So I had to put a splice in it to get it stuck in there. You couldn't come in from the back because the where the fuel tank and the spare tire sits right above it, or right behind it. So I got these tacked into place here now. Hopefully tonight I'm gonna have some buddies coming over to help me lift this up and put it on the pan over here. So I already have my heater channels bolted in place. My hope is that we'll be able to pick up the whole thing, drop it on top of the heater channels, and then we can kind of line it up from there. I got these tubes that are going to go on here because I'm trying to bring the heat back on this thing. So as you can see, it suffered from quite a fair amount of rust. The heater channels were all rusted out. The firewall was shot, and these pieces back here were totally shot. So before we cut off the firewalls, I put these braces in between the doors, and I put this brace going across the side. I'm hoping that will be enough to make sure that it doesn't warp and the doors will go right back into place. I mean, it hasn't felt like it could really shift all that much, but I'm told that it can change pretty quickly. So just a little bit of advice: if you're taking out your firewall, again, you're going to have the spot welds going all along this seam, and then some spot welds going along here, 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 and here. The other pain in the neck is, I'll see if I can get to it, but you had these spot welds back here as well that I had to drill out. Over here, I only had to drill out one here and here. This was all rotted from here down, so there was nothing to hold on to it anyhow. I'll show you the spot welds from up inside. So let me see. So you can see all these holes that I had to drill out in here in order to get the spot welds or to get the firewall out. So I got another patch panel there to fix that. So there's a lot more work to go on it, but I got it for $500, and I didn't realize it when I got it that it was being totally held together by spray foam and seam sealer and Bondo. So, you know, probably the bottom 6 inches of just about the whole Beetle is just about shot. So I'm probably about $600 in so far in terms of rust patches between these two pieces back here, the firewall up there, and these heater channels. I got everything from J-Bugs, quick shipping, pretty good prices. But I'll try and do an update after I get the Beetle, or get the body back on the pan. I'm expecting that once I put the Beetle or the body back on the pan, that I'm going to have to cut these tack welds in order to try and get this arch to sit exactly where it needs to, because I can't imagine I got it perfectly centered left and right and up and down, but at least it holds it in place. And the same thing back here. I only have a tack weld in a couple of tack welds along here and a couple more back in there. So I'll start trying to keep you documented. Again, I'm fixing this up as a daily driver, so the goal is to replace all the rusty metal, get it all sealed, and replace every bushing and gasket on it, so that when it's all said and done, structurally and gasket wise, it's basically a brand new vehicle. Now it's going to be a bit of a Baja build, so I've got fiberglass panels over here. These are what came with it. I'm going to get them stripped and cleaned up a little bit, and then go from there. I've also got raised springs to put on the front, so that should give me about 1.5 inches of lift. And then I'm going to index the rear axle when I get ready to do that to give me a little bit more lift. So, but I'll keep you posted. If you have any questions, shoot me a comment or an email or whatever, and we'll see how this plays out. I'll see you in the next video.